Hey, Wonderhussy here at one of my all-time favorite places in the entire world, the natural hot spring in Tacoma, California. It's just outside Death Valley on the eastern boundary, near the Nevada state line. And oh gosh, it's just a beautiful place for so many reasons. I mean, first of all, it's got this awesome hot spring that's piping hot, nice muddy bottom bentonite clay, and this gorgeous minimalist landscape all around. Gosh, I've come here dozens of times over the years just to relax and float and soak, party, take mushrooms, howl at the moon, look at the stars. And I've also done a few nude photo shoots here. Most of you probably know that I worked for a long time as an artistic nude model, hiring myself out to photographers, amateur photographers, to do, artsy nudes out in the desert around Vegas. And, well, this is one place that I posed nude. But I'm here today to celebrate my retirement. Don't freak out, it's not my retirement from YouTube. I'm retiring from modeling. I mean, I haven't been modeling much at all anyway for the past couple years. Ever since I got serious about my YouTube channel, I haven't had time to model and keep up my channel because, making these videos takes a lot of time. And to be honest, I enjoy making YouTube videos more than I ever did modeling. Not to disparage modeling, I did have a lot of really interesting adventures and I met a lot of really interesting people. Well, some interesting in a good way, some interesting in a not so good way. But I don't know, I just find modeling is kind of psychically taxing because, you're being paid for your appearance, so you're constantly being judged on your appearance, and you're constantly obsessing over your appearance, like, oh gosh, I was always at the gym doing squats, and I had to worry about, if I went hiking, I had to worry about if I got scratched or bruised, or, if my face broke out like it is now, I'd be freaking out about all the makeup I had to spackle on. I always had to shave my legs, shave my armpits. I was always trying to maintain this mainstream ideal of beauty. And gosh, the reality is, no matter how many squats you do or how many chemicals you put on your face, you're getting older. And it's interesting, one of the locations that I used to model at a lot was this abandoned old silver mine down near Searchlight, Nevada. It was actually one of the very first places that I posed nude at outdoors. Really cool, weathered old wooden building with a rusty metal roof. And gosh, the place was really falling apart because of, it gets real windy out in the desert. And so the wind would blow pieces of the roof off. And every time I went out there, there'd be another piece missing. And I knew that one day I was going to bring a photographer out there and drive all the way out there and find that the entire place had collapsed and there was nothing left but a pile of rubble on the ground. And trust me, the metaphor was not lost on me. As I watched that old mine decay, I saw my own physical appearance. And I know there's plenty of women who have modeled successfully well into their 40s and even 50s, but I don't know, I'm paranoid, and I don't want to end up being that one woman who modeled way past the time she should have quit. But even though I felt like I was getting kind of long in the tooth, people kept hiring me. And in fact, especially after I started my YouTube channel and I got more brand awareness or whatever you want to call it, gosh, I got so many requests for photo shoots that I had to turn them down. So it was hard to know when the right time was to retire. But fortunately, YouTube made that decision for me. I mean, I wouldn't have even gotten into YouTube in the first place if it wasn't for modeling, because as a model who specialized in outdoor nudes, I was always scouting the desert looking for interesting new places to pose, like new abandoned buildings, new beautiful natural locations. And eventually I came to enjoy the scouting more than I did the actual modeling. And once I figured out that I could make money sharing my scouting adventures on YouTube, the idea of freezing my ass off standing naked on a dry lake bed posing for some guy who didn't know an F-stop from a G-spot didn't seem so appealing anymore. So at first I did both. I did photo shoots and ran a YouTube channel, but as my channel got more subscribers and I, just started taking more and more time to run, I realized that I had to quit one and, well, modeling had to go. But for some reason, I had a hard time making it official. I used to use this modeling website called Model Mayhem. It's kind of like a Facebook or a networking site for models and photographers where you put up a profile and you network and find gigs or find work with other people. Well, that's how I used to book a lot of my gigs. And I still had my Model Mayhem profile up, even though I wasn't really modeling anymore. And I knew I should take it down because I kept getting booking requests from photographers, and I would just make up excuses like, oh, I'll be out of town, or oh, I'm sorry, I'm already booked, when the reality was I just didn't have time nor interest anymore. So last week I finally bit the bullet and canceled my Model Mayhem account and made it official. And it felt really weird. I think the finality of it is what freaked me out because, gosh, I modeled for 10 years. It was like ending a chapter in my life. But overall, it feels great to be retired from modeling. I mean, of course, I still have to worry about my appearance because, well, I'm on YouTube, so people are constantly looking at my face up close and personal. And I'm also vain, so it's not like I'm going to stop working out and stop taking care of myself. But I don't know, the pressure's off me now. It feels wonderful. So anyway, I came here to this hot spring to celebrate my retirement for 2 reasons. One, this was where I did my last ever nude photo shoot. It was with this photographer named Mike that I worked with a ton over the years. You might have watched some of his Vimeo videos. He had a channel called Mike and Kit on Vimeo where they posted some pretty racy videos of me. But he's a great, great person and a wonderful photographer. And he was really bummed when he heard that I was retiring. But I took him out here and it turned out to be the most epic, beautiful ending to our working relationship and to my career. Because normally the skies are just wide open, blue and sunny out here. But for whatever reason that day, well, it was January, there was a cloudy sky. And the clouds were kind of low and ominous and created this moody overcast effect. And then when the sun went down, it created the most amazing sunset I think I've ever seen. And the light was phenomenal. So Mike, the photographer, was really a big light guy. He was really into light, the quality of light. And it was like his dream come true. And in fact, the photos he took at that shoot were the best pictures I ever had taken of me at any photo shoot I ever did in my whole career. Go figure, the last shoot I did produced the best, most beautiful photos. I guess it's a good thing to go out on a bang, so to speak. Anyway, the photos came out so good that he even used one of them for the cover of this book he published. He made a little book with a selection of the photos we shot together over the years. It's actually a really cool book, and they're pretty tasteful pictures for the most part, so I'll put a link in the description. If you're interested, you can order a copy for yourself. It's perfect for the man cave. But that's not the only reason I came to this hot spring. I also felt like this hot spring was the perfect place to celebrate my retirement because this is a place where I've gone naked many, many, many times over the years. You know, when I'm soaking in a hot spring, I don't like to wear a swimsuit because, well, I don't want to have to deal with a wet, soggy bikini. And I don't know, it just feels so free and awesome under this beautiful blue sky and this natural hot water. It just feels so much better naked, in my opinion. So this is a place where I've been naked many times. And it's a place where I will continue to go naked many times. Just from now on, it won't be for money. It'll be for fun and freedom.